What's your biggest achievement been in your career?
Biggest achievement would just be going from race to race and continually trying to push myself. So going from nationals, I've raced in New Zealand in the Enduro World Series. That was probably the highlight, going over there and racing and messing it up with the big dogs. I did that when I first entered under 19s and was in under 21 category. So as a bit of the underdog and surprised myself, surprised my coach.
Have you ever thought of going for Olympics?
I have actually. So continually training, pushing myself, the bike's limits, and the end goal, possibly not the next coming Olympics, but the Olympics after that.
Has anyone suggested to you that you go for it?
Yeah, so working pretty closely with my coach on a tight schedule when I'm not broken.
How many injuries would you say you've had in your career, both big and small?
So little ones are good because you just kind of get up, dust off and go to work or school the next day, but there's been a few big ones that have stopped me on my tracks for a few months at a time. But I've broken my collarbone and had to get that plated, and I've also broken my tibia and partially tear the ACL.
Are you scared you could injure your body more?
Look, there's always that possibility, and I always have this discussion with mates and that I closely ride with, and the end of the discussion is every time you throw a leg over the bike, there's the possibility of injuring yourself, but you push past that and you don't think about that because the repercussions of thinking about it could lead to that. So recently, one of my mates had a pretty big injury involving his neck, and that was a pretty big scare for all of us. But at that time, I couldn't really see my life without bikes. I've been so invested in them, and like the people you meet and the places you go and the feeling you get from going down a single bit of track, or kind of in a weird way outweighs all that risk.
Do you reckon any of these injuries would affect your mental health?
Look, for sure, like if I ended up in a severe condition where I became quadriplegic or paraplegic, and I've thought about this, it would affect me because I've been going from a quite physically capable and able-bodied human to nothing. So it is a daunting to think about it, but if it was something that had happened but I could push through, and if I got told that I couldn't walk anymore, I'd be that 1% to say I'm going to walk again.
What makes you keep going back?
Purely the love for it. I don't think I could see myself without it, and that feeling of sliding around a corner or scaring yourself a little bit as you're still going down the hill. Funny thing is, whenever I'm riding with mates and we're doing a bit of a gnarly track or something, I'm always the one to make the noises and scream down the hill. It's like just in pure excitement, and I'd miss that.